Yeah, buddy. Oh man, my hand is killing me. Not from wanking. Yeah, that's true. Not from wanking. And because I long played Wizardry just now, I've been up there. If you believe that, you believe everything. This is not a long play channel, mate. People would get bored watching me play the same game over and over. I tried it with Risk by the Edge, aka Chris, which is a stupid name. But no, I was doing gardening, and the brush cutter, the shaft on the bloody thing just twisted, and the fucking handle, which is really heavy and contains a motor, whacked straight into my hand. I'm going to go for Seaside. I would be forward to accelerate. So this is a kind of quality of machine code programming I need to do, I think, for the Starsky and Hutch game. I can't overtake them on the fucking corner because they're right next to each other. But it's got scrolling background with a raster split, and it's got clouds as well, so there's a bit of parallax there with a raster split. That was risky, that was. See, they're always together like that, which is what I don't like. Takes too long to accelerate away from the bastard. It's okay if you're going on the outside edge, like that. Ooh, pole position. Pole position. Pole position. Oh man, only done some of the garden as well, and the brush cutter needs fixing. But I don't have duct tape. That was a bit glitchy. Obviously I don't need glitching on my version. But my version, I think they're drawing the curves on the track on this. They're calculating them. They're not... Ah, come on mate, what, 2 on the fucking corner? That could happen in real Formula 1, no? They could be overtaking each other. They don't care about you. But it's unrealistic. I couldn't have caught up the back markers. You saw it, I was pole position, mate. Pole position. Pole position. Pole position. I know what, we'll have a face-off with Pitstop 2 and pole position 2, which do I prefer? In my weakened state. Yeah, I've got unlimited time, so I can actually enjoy the game. I'm ill, leave me alone. Ooh, yeah. That was risky, that was. Ah, I was already braking. Classic realistic situation. You know you're going to have a crash even though your foot is already on the brake in a real car. I think the other cars look alright actually. Your car is obviously using more hardware to be drawn than those. That was iffy, that was. That was extremely iffy, that one. many fucking cars are there next to each other, innit? No, I do like this game actually. I wish I had this game back then. This is one of those games where I missed out on, definitely missed out on. I didn't miss out on a lot of great C64 games by pure luck. Ah, come on man. I wasn't even on the fucking grass, cocksucker. I think this Supercycle, Pitstop II and Buggy Boy are the best C64 racers. Ah, come on mate, Jesus Christ. How close are they to fucking together, innit? I'm not gonna make it through there. I'm not gonna make it through the fucking hell, they're always together, innit? Nah, I'm ill. I can't do it this good. Not even Kubica, or is it Kubica, went in a Formula 1 car with his smashed up hands, innit? So I'll just go on forever. I think it just tells you how many cars you've passed. See, he's catching up on him and I'm catching up on him too. So it only gives you a time, it don't actually give you a position. It's not a proper Formula 1 game. Oh, and Grand Prix circuit is very enjoyable, but it's a bit fucked for the SD to IEC crew like me. Come on. How much do your fucking wheel stick out? See, your wheels stick out too much at the front. That needs to change. They need to go maximum that much. Adds artificial difficulty to the game. If this is a seaside track, why are there so many fucking industrial buildings in the background? It's not a very good seaside, is it? Turning was too sharp. My tyres were holding up better than I expected. Well, I hope I can see the trainer options on the screen for Pitstop II. No. See, he does actually overtake him, so you have to sort of ride his his bird. Yeah, ride his bird. Suit you, madam, suit you, sir, suit you, sir, because you cut your hand with a fucking brush cutter. Yeah, I quite like the other cars. I don't think the extra sprites they're using for your car add that much to the game. The sprite's already quite large, so you won't want any more cars on the track unless you change the perspective of the track. Yay! Alright, Pitstop II now. Here we go! MC. Yeah, press your button, MC. The gearbox is automatic, but the fire button is a turbo. Yeah, I'm not going to forget that. Don't worry, Gan Steve. I forgot it once, and I got embarrassed, and that was the end of that. And I zoom ahead in it. So the only trainer options I got on are unlimited fuel, and the tyres won't break down. That's about it really. I want an arcade game, I don't want a simulation. So it's a pretty easy game if you remember you've got to press the fire button in it. I probably shouldn't have set it to rookie, but I don't know if it's actually drawing the track or not. This is all research from my Starsky and Hutch game, so you could only change that bit maybe. He's not that far away from me actually. Full turbo, so full turbo. Doesn't say if it's miles an hour or kilometres an hour actually. See, the way your handling works, the sooner you turn in, the less you're flung out to the edge. That's the kind of handling you got on this game. Which is probably what I would have. But he's not far from me actually. Yeah, I don't need to go any pits. He's right behind me now. No, I wasn't pushing forward, I was just pressing fire, so you've got to do both. In my weakened state, that's a problem. Ah, come on, I needed to make that one. There he is, right fucking there, isn't he? Asshole. My CRT glasses would really help here, sir. Really help. About 5-6 seconds ahead of him. Yeah, that's the car I just passed. So. Yeah, she's not a great game to do while you're injured. Maybe if you sprained your ankle or something, it's fine, but I bet this would be difficult even with these trainer options on the harder levels. That's fine. I haven't played this game for ages, so he seems to be getting stuck as much as me, so just going into that. Need a clothes peg or something to keep the fire button pressed down. So we are quite a bit ahead of him actually. He wants to go that way, asshole. Asshole! Stop touching my car, you fucking toucher. Tony the fucking toucher. That's from Phone Shop, just so you know. Perfect weather for watching Phone Shop, but I can't have the projector. See, I'm playing silly buggers. The overconfidence of Mad Commodore. But he's not exactly doing well, so he seems to be getting stuck a hell of a lot. So we try it on the most difficult setting as well, actually, to be fair. out the way, asshole. Piss off. I'm gonna have a quick go with the hardest difficult setting because my hand is already hurting. Oh, loads of other DIY work to do. I just couldn't look at the garden like that anymore. I can't even see if there's a fox in the garden. I did do quite a bit, but the brush cutter sacrificed itself in it. Yeah, with one, sir. With one in it. It's a close call though. Whee! I said I don't want the pigs. I got the 9 points. So you could do a whole Grand Prix with this, and I probably did. Priorities then. Let's try a different track. That's a real bastard, that track. I hate it. So many turns. Let's see if this looks noticeably different in the graphics display. Is it still me, little Commodore? Turbo all the way, sir. Doesn't work. I don't know what he's doing. Far away is it? He just overtook a yellow car. There it is. So it doesn't seem that different. I think what it is the tyres that make the difference. Because you have to stop to put tyres, and if you're not very good at doing the pits. But I don't find the controls enjoyable in the pits, innit? You can't ride the curbs like that either. So yeah, I suppose. Does he actually go faster? I see, I'm trying to look at him and see what he's doing. I'm still quite far ahead of him. Yeah, he doesn't seem to use his turbo much. And he does get stuck behind other cars, so it's perfectly doable. I just don't like the tyre business, because by now we'd have had a blowout and the race would be over. Because that's the other thing, you can't just have a blowout and end up magically in the pits. It's like real Formula 1, if you have a blowout then you're fucked. So what he's doing is actually staying in the middle of the track, so let's try doing that. Well, there is a blue mark on my tyre there, so now it's gone purple. This is what I don't like. You have to take him up there, take him down there. You have to go down here and changing the tyres. You could just touch the tyres in it. So he has actually overtaken me now. So he didn't need tyres. He has got one blue spot on the other tyre that I haven't, so we ride the curves for a bit. So with this trainer option, I mean, the tyres it does still pick up if you're having problems, like staying off the curbs with the tyres and stuff. They just won't puncture. So you can't lose a race because of the tyres. And the handling doesn't change. So you're constantly accelerating anyway. Now if you're driving the way he was driving, you probably wouldn't be able to catch him up. And that's the skill element, so it is a brilliant game. It's a brilliant game, 1 player or 2 player. Pitstop 2 is the best. But pole position 2 must never be forgotten. Never! Never forget the pole position 2. Maybe if I just stay off the turbo, it's enough. That was a bit too much on the turbo. Yeah, if I was to drive like him, I'd be a bit fucked really. See, once you've missed the turning, you're a bit fucked. It's that simple. Now on 1 lap, you could probably make it up. Probably 2 laps, because my tyres are not that fucked. And he is gaining a thing for fuel, so you do have to fuel up for this. So I have overtaken him. I might as well win the race. There's no shame in me winning the race. Delicate use of the turbo button. Turbo boost. Yeah, speaking of turbo boost, I don't get the fascination with a Night Rider car, because by that time, you know, there were really sophisticated cars from Germany, and that car handles like a piece of shit. So why would you spend like $80,000, $100,000 on like some mock-up, unless the turbo boost button works? Exactly, mate. Or it's self-driving, where it does 300 miles an hour and 300 miles per gallon at the same time. Ah, come on. See, look, you can see my tyres are just purple. I think if they go white, then you're absolutely fucked. You have to slow right down. So, yeah, this is a brilliant racing game, all things considered. You might not think it's realistic, and that's a fair comment, in terms of the physics handling, but they do accurately simulate the things you have to be careful of. Tyre damage, running out of fuel, you know, turning in at the right time, so it doesn't matter. But it's not like, you know, Formula 1 10 million and 2007 on the PlayStation 6. No one gives a shit about your opinion about that, mate. So, yeah, no, I think that's great. So, there was another thing. I had another complaint. Why is he going so slow? His tyres are only blue, so even on the hardest level, it's certainly doable. Hey. You can probably see me. Yeah, you don't seriously expect me to wear a t-shirt in this weather. There you go, brilliant game. And I beat him by even more this time, and we did stop for tyres. So very realistic. I could have had the fuel gain and stopped on the second lap. So brilliant.